Bro, Hollywood P reacts.
What's going on YouTube? It's your dude Hollywood P back again for another video. Now as always folks, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications so that you stay up to date with all of my latest uploads. Alright guys, we got a lot to talk about today. Now we are going to be dabbling of course in the DDG Halle Halo situation, and also the DDG Jay Cinco, Lala Baptiste and India Love situation. Yeah, so we definitely got a lot to discuss today. So a lot of you guys have been hitting me up about this whole DDG being in Paris for Fashion Week, and you guys feel that he's only going because Halle popped out in Paris, France at the Beyonce concert and was dancing with Tina Knowles and having fun, and there was, of course, there's no trace of Halo, in sight. So you guys feel like DDG's only going to Paris to feel like he's closer to Halo. He's on that side of the world. Well, I have to say that that's really not true, because DDG did say that he was going to be at Paris Fashion Week a while back. He said he wanted to stream it, and of course he's got to keep bringing that entertainment to keep the viewers going, you know what I mean, to keep his audience locked in. So I have to debunk that rumor. Now, maybe mentally being out there, maybe he will feel like he's closer to Halo, or maybe he feel like he can kind of spot Halo by mistake or something like that. And it might just be something that maybe he needs, you know what I'm saying? Like, we do know that he definitely loves his son and he wants to be closer to Halo, and he hasn't seen Halo in a long time. But one thing that I did notice personally was that when DDG, of course, he was in LA or New York or Houston or Chicago or whatever, Halle was kind of like promoting Brave Face, which is her new single, really heavy. She was posting a lot, her stories were filled up with content. But as DDG is now about to be in Paris, everything goes blank. Like, she's no longer promoting, she's no longer, you know what I mean? She doesn't want DDG to know where she's at. She don't want to let DDG get a piece or a scent of Halo to make it feel like a little sigh of relief. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of wrong, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's her thing over him. No matter if he dancing with India Love, if he's got India Love in a whole different country, or just having fun with her, or just out on yachts with girls and stuff like that, he can have all that. But she's got something that he really wants. And DDG admits that he has to keep moving or his depression will kick in. Think about it. Everything else in life that DDG wants, he's got. He's got the vehicles, he's got the cribs, he's one of the top streamers in the world. You understand what I'm saying? He put his foot on the gas after that cabin trip and went crazy. We can't deny that. But one thing she does have that DDG wants, think about it, he hasn't seen his son. He doesn't know if his son's got a low fade now. He don't know if his son's got cornrows. He don't know if his son got a head full of dreads. He ain't seen them. And she's not leaking it. Only thing she's showing is her music, which she stopped posting even that now that DDG is on his way to Paris. Man, I'm talking about the way these two just seem like they just so ego stricken, and it's just like the way they move and the way everything they're doing is just, it's kind of terrible, man, because they both have a lot of money and a lot of influence over people, so they know how to really get things done. Of course DDG saw the post of her in Paris, and I know he wasn't really worrying about what she was doing. He was just like, maybe I see a glimpse of Halo, maybe Beyonce's mom's holding Halo while somebody, you know what I mean? So he's seeing anything that she's doing, that she's posting, he sees it. Because you got to understand, when he's not online, the only thing he's trying to do is find traces of his son. He want to see something where somebody maybe could snap a photo of maybe Halo was in the grocery store out in Paris or Italy or whatever. He's trying to see it, and we don't blame him. Think about it. If you ain't seen your child in months, and you know that a person is kind of like doing it on purpose where you can't see your child, you're gonna go crazy scouring the internet to see if any fan or somebody had to see him. Like, Halo can't just be in a room locked up with room service coming to his room. I mean, he's got to go outside eventually and get some fresh air. Somebody got a camera, somebody got something. So you got to think about it. When DDG's looking through these TikToks and Snapchats and stuff, he's trying to find something. And it's not necessarily he's trying to find, like I say, Halle. He's trying to find Halo. And the way to find Halo is you got to find Halle. So she completely stopped posting, knowing that he's coming to Paris, France. So you think they not keeping tabs on each other? Come on, man. She knows his move. She's know he's gonna be at Fashion Week. I don't think she will be, because like I said, she's currently back in Italy filming, her movie. But I just feel like it's just petty on both parts. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them just at least post Halo on Snap or something. DDG gonna see it. I mean, I think it's like a sigh of relief, but they just so like ego stricken. Weaponizing Halo to get back at somebody is not the right way to do things. Even though, like I say, her and DDG might not get along, got this whole custody battle going on about who abused who and stuff like that. It shouldn't even have gone this far. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let the parents see the child. You know what I mean? Whether it's Halle Bailey or DDG, just let them see him. Regardless of whatever you guys going through, still post pics. You know what I'm saying? But of course, she is probably in her feelings about how he's out here with India Love and Wendy and all these other girls and the way he's moving. But he doesn't have no choice, because he says if he sits still, his depression kicks in, he start missing Halo, and then he just goes down the whole, the rabbit hole. Dub definitely talked about it. He said that his brother's just so, like, he's got a stream. He's so sad because he doesn't have Halo. You know what I mean? And a lot of people keep saying that they don't think DDG really loves Halo. I'm like, are you kidding me? For a person that has everything in the world to have a child that's a boy for a man, what are you talking about? Usually people would do things where the kid's not involved, or they don't really care, because they're struggling in life financially, they're not where they want to be at in life. Like, DDG has over excelled in life, so of course a kid is everything, because he can super afford a kid. You know what I'm saying? He just want to have his son probably play sports, dress him up in the latest gear. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just want to have fun and give Halo the best life. He doesn't really want to go through a custody battle, but at the end of the day, I feel like he wants Halo. He just don't want Halle. You know what I'm saying? It was just too much. Not saying that he judged her off the way she looked or anything, or he would have probably never got her pregnant. But I told you guys from the jump that once the Little Mermaid kind of dwindled down and fizzled out, it was going to get kind of bumpy, because it was probably the only thing, the hype around Halle was probably keeping them there. But now DDGs are top dog. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, the world of entertainment, DDG's up there like with the Casanets. He's on the same list. He's within 2 or 3 slots from Casanet, which is one of the biggest streamers in the world. So success, probably he really don't care about. You know what I mean? He just want to really see his son. That's the only thing he's missing. Now let's talk about India Love and DDG, Lala Baptiste, and Jay Cinco. Now let's talk about the DDG, India Love situation, and Jay Cinco and Lala Baptiste situation. Now, Lala finally got on, I think, Twitch, and finally exposed the situation that her and Jay Cinco have. And really, it's the same situation that DDG and India Love have. It's like they together when they together, but they not. There's no title or anything. Like, they can be around each other. If I need you to come to my crib, you come to my crib. It's kind of like that type of situation to fill that void. But they're not in a relationship. So when you see DDG hugging up on India, holding a hand, maybe kissing on her or whatever, it's understanding he can do that. He can grab on her, he can do what he want to do, but they're not in a relationship, so he doesn't have any, ties to him. Where it's no restrictions. And the reason why they got it like this is because they know that in the streaming world, it's not going to work like how it is on YouTube, having these couple channels. You got to keep the ball rolling. You got to keep different things moving. If you get in a relationship, it's going to get boring to the audience, because it's like, okay, it's going to become, DDG in India. And, okay, what are they doing today? Okay, they going to Disneyland. Okay, they traveling today. Okay, and it's going to kind of make the content kind of stale. But if you keep new faces in front of the camera, in front of the audience, then it's going to always be exciting, because you're going to have the Wendy Ortiz, audience, Ocean Crew, whatever. They're going to be following DDG and Wendy. And then you got when DDG's with India, you're going to have the India fans follow DDG. And it's just, you know what I mean? It's just, you have to treat the streaming world a little different than you do YouTube with the couples channel. They got to keep entertainment alive. But do they have like real life like situations going on behind the scenes? Of course. And also, you got to look at it like this. DDG has talked to India's mom on the phone. Has he talked to Wendy's mom on the phone? Probably not. DDG's he was introduced to, Crystal, which is India Love's sister, and Morgan and the little brother and stuff like that. It's for a reason. You understand what I'm saying? It's for a reason. It's because, yeah, they messing around behind the scenes and stuff like that, but they got to keep the content rolling. So he can't get mad in India for filming with, Kai Cenat's friends and stuff like that. And that's how they have to have it in order to make the streaming stuff work. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications. And as always, folks, as always, holla back at your boy. Peace.